Hi there, Aries. Thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 5th of September. Your ruling planet Mars is what gives you your get up and go. It gives you that instinct to just live in the moment, listen to your six senses and action any ideas you have with a real sense of purpose. That makes you an initiator, a driving force. But Mars this week is in a squabble with the Sun, and for the whole of the week. The Sun continues in the rather precise sign of Virgo, which is all about structure, it's about organisation, but it's also about obligation. And I do feel there may be times this week when you could resent some of the expectations that other people have of you. And part of the reason for this is that Mercury, the planet of communication and the ruling planet of Virgo, continues its retrograde. And it's possible that all sorts of little glitches and niggles can come up, and someone could be quite critical or brittle in the way that they are with you. But you do have an awesome opportunity to actually counter any criticisms in a really positive way, because Venus, the planet of love and relating, is forging a fantastic link for the whole of this week with Saturn, the planet of structure, which too is in Sagittarius. What this suggests that if you're cooperating with the people that you can really get a sense of not necessarily attraction to, or even that you agree with everything they say, but just if you can connect with people that you have a respect for, then I think that can be something that you can really feed off. Agreeing to disagree is one of the finest things any of us can do. But if you are fortunate enough to be in a romantic relationship and want it to develop even further, this angle between Venus and Saturn is certainly a very stabilising force. Also, Jupiter, the planet of expansion, of good luck traditionally, and of growth, moves into your sector of relating for the first time in 12 years on Friday, joining up with Venus and triggering more opportunities over the next year. But although traditionally Jupiter gave us the impression that we could sit back and wait for good things to happen to us, it's about how proactive we are. The more we invest of ourselves, the more Jupiter will meet us halfway. So you can't just expect anything around your relationship sector to thrive. It has to thrive with your engagement and your input. But there is a fine chance to do this. But this angle between the Sun and Mars is particularly fascinating. I think there may be times this week when someone may ask you to help them out on something, or there may be an ongoing obligation you have that suddenly becomes a bit more of a millstone. Don't promise to do something if you've got a bit of a gut feeling that you're reluctant to do so, just because you want to be a good egg. Instead, use the angle between Venus and Saturn to lay out what you need from the situation and negotiate and try and meet people halfway. The more you can do this, the more you can avoid any resentment building up, because when the Sun and Mars clash like this, it can point towards some misdirected energy, or trying to do too much at once, or feeling rather resentful that you are doing those things that other people expect of you, when maybe you want to go off and be a bit more of a free spirit. Now, there is one other very important aspect this week, and it involves the Sun, but in a very positive link to Pluto. Pluto may be said by some not to be a planet, but believe me, its influence is just as influential as ever it was. And Pluto is the planet of transformation, of deep secrets, and also it's of karma. Pluto can sometimes force changes upon us that we're not really wanting, but also sometimes it gives us the platform for us to drive changes through that suit us. And I think there may be something that you're seeing change in your world quite fundamentally this week. And it may be something that you're not necessarily choosing. Circumstances may just seem to create the stage. Or it could be something that you're very aware that's changing. It could be changing just in terms of your taste, decision-making level, the people you spend time with. It's a very profound influence, this. So look out for that, but I think it does point to something around your work or your daily existence could be evolving, but in a very positive way. But also on Friday, when Jupiter makes its way happily into your opposite sign, there is a quarter moon, which is almost going to be mirroring the right angle between Mars. So when it comes to those obligations, or the things you're not quite sure on doing, just make sure that you're being honest about what feels right for you and letting other people know what your boundaries are. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.